Coach Quinn, whenever you get settled, we'll have you give an opening statement, just like last time. Questions for student athletes.
First of all, a phenomenal opening to the Beanpot. I mean, Harvard's a heck of a hockey team, well coached. We had a heck of a game with them in overtime earlier in November. We were kind of expecting a one-goal game or a game that would come down the last minute, and I certainly didn't envision double overtime, but just really proud of our guys. I thought we really had a lot of resiliency and resolve today. I thought there was a point early in the second where it looked like a pond hockey game. We were giving up way too many odd man rushes, and then I thought there was a point where we kind of settled down and started playing more responsible. And it allowed us to creep back into the game, got that second goal. It kind of gave us a little bit of life. Obviously tie it again, and I thought we played a really good third period and a great first overtime, and obviously a great second overtime. So I was looking forward at the end because I was getting hungry, and couldn't be more proud of our guys.
We'll take questions for Danny and Cason. And please again state your name and affiliation.
Andy Merritt, New England Hockey Journal. Danny, as a player, when you get to the point where you're taking upwards of 60 shots on a guy and you're still trying to crack him for the winning goal, does it creep into your mind at all that we're kind of throwing everything at him and we can't quite figure it out?
Not really. As the game went on, it got a little frustrating for me, I know, because I had plenty of chances to score early on. But we just kept saying we're just going to keep doing the same things, same little things get to the net, and good things will happen. So it wasn't too bad.
Rich Thompson, Boston Herald. Danny, just when you see Evan get the puck like that, did you just instinctively know what to do?
Yeah, I've been lucky enough to play with Evan for a while now, so I know he's a great player, and so I just kind of put my head down into the net and knew he would find me, and yeah, he did just that. So.
Scott.
Scott Weber, U.S. College Hockey Online. So talk about the fatigue factor. This is probably the longest college hockey game either the two of you have ever played. To what degree did it affect the two of you and your teammates? And it certainly looked pretty good from a shot standpoint as the game wore on. So talk about conditioning.
Well, obviously we were getting pretty tired after two overtimes, but we have a great strength and conditioning coach, Amarando, and he's been training for these moments all summer long and all season long. So we were definitely conditioned out there. As the intermissions went by, you gotta drink Gatorade and stay hydrated and drink water and make sure you're doing all the little things in the locker room to stay ready to go. Get some food in you, obviously. We just knew that we could battle. We could roll our lines. We had trust in each other, so we knew we could come out and battle for however long the game lasted.
Hey guys, Brian O'Connor, ESPN Boston. It was pretty obvious to those of us up on the ninth floor that Harvard's goalie had either pulled something or was cramping up. So was there a sense of like that shark in the water feel? Did you just decide to really get after him, especially at the start of that second overtime?
Yeah, I think we noticed it on the bench. A couple minutes left in the first overtime, and I mean, just guys on the bench saying throw pucks at him. He looks hurt. We mentioned in between after the first overtime too. So yeah, I think we had a little bit of that in our minds, just kind of getting pucks to the net. He's probably hurt a little bit.
Oh yeah, same thing. We noticed it every time we went back on our end. He was kind of hunched over, kind of holding his arm. So never want to see a guy get hurt, but that was our mindset. We just want to throw the pucks to the net and maybe he'll give up a soft one or something like that.
One last one here.
Guys, Julie Rogenheimer from HockeyBuzz.com. Guys, can you just talk about finally getting a win here at the Beanpot? And Danny, for you, against your brother?
Yeah, definitely a special feeling. I was, 0 for my first 5, but I think, this is probably the biggest one, so I guess I saved the best for last. But it was just a great game, and, really excited to get to a Beanpot final. Obviously, it's been a dream my whole life to win one, so first step was today, and just happened to be against my brother, which, I will make sure not to bring up too much at home, but yeah, it's definitely a great game.
Yeah, same. I've been here it's my 4th year here, so we haven't had much success in the Beanpot while I've been here. So I was really just kind of, no, I wasn't nervous, but I was just every time they had a shot on that, I was like, oh, like please don't trickle in somehow. I think we worked really hard, and we were really, really excited. Everyone's really excited, and we just can't wait to play the finals next week.
Cason, Danny, thanks for your time, guys. You guys in the back block. Questions for Coach Quinn?
David, Jim Conley from U.S. College Hockey Online. I know it's been kind of the story of your season and the ability to perform late in games, but did you feel your team continually getting stronger as that game went on?
Yeah, like I said, I thought early in the second we really got away from playing responsible hockey. I thought we had a pretty good first. They had a couple power plays, which I thought skewed the first period a little bit. But we gave up that goal early in the second. I thought we got deflated, and I thought all of a sudden we looked like we were pressing and acting like there were 2 minutes to go in the game, and we had almost 2 full periods, and we were just giving up odd man rush after odd man rush and playing pond hockey, and then we just kind of settled down a little bit during a TV timeout and talked about we don't need to get 2 in a shift. You just need to keep playing the right way and play more responsible and trust each other. And I thought, as the second period went on, we started playing more responsible and smarter hockey, and then we get the second one, and then we get the third one, and then, I thought after that we really did a great job of doing the things that has allowed us to have some success this year, and I thought we continued that. I thought we were very patient. It can get frustrating when you get a lot of shots and some chances. All of a sudden you can, press and get frustrated. I thought we did a good job of not getting frustrated and not pressing and being patient. And I thought we just stuck to doing the things that we were going to need to do in order to score a goal, and we did it.
Hey, Coach, Brian O'Connor, ESPN Boston. Coach Donato mentioned several times how opportunistic you guys are, and I thought Evan's play at the end really typified that. Can you walk through that final play that you saw?
I'd love to. I still haven't really seen it. It was to the left of the bench. I was, talking to somebody. I don't know who I was talking to, but all of a sudden I see Danny at the net front. But Evan's a resilient, hard-working player. He's had a heck of a year. He's a heck of a hockey player. He's probably as underrated a player as we have. And there's not a lot he can't do. He's got a great work ethic. He's got a great skill set. He's highly intelligent. And I know he did hound the puck. I thought he caused the turnover, stayed with it, and made a great play to Danny. And he's been doing things like that all year.
Jeff?
Jeff Cox from SB Nation. Dating back to the game against them in the regular season earlier, they helped Jack off the board that time until the overtime. What do you think they did differently against Jack, or do they give them that success?
Well, they're a physical team, and they do a great job protecting their goalie. And Jack at times tries to do too much. I think Jack puts a lot of pressure on himself. It's the Beanpot. Nobody wants to win more than Jack. I thought he played a great game, worked his tail off from start to finish. But Harvard, they're big and strong. They do a good job not getting overextended. They're committed to playing through them. And people sometimes lose sight of the fact that Jack's 18 years old. So his first Beanpot, I'm sure he's been dreaming of this for his whole life. And he had plenty of chances. I think he had 10 shots on net, so it wasn't like he was standing next to me all night. So he's always involved. He's always involved, and he was involved tonight, but give Harvard a lot of credit. They did a great job of nullifying him certain shifts and being physical with him.
We've got about 12 minutes left on the clock, so let's try to take one more question so we get back upstairs. Ryan?
Ryan Lambert, CHN. You mentioned Jack's shot count, and it seems like since you moved Rodriguez to that top line, all those guys are putting up 5, 6, 7, 8 shots a game. I guess what do you think has changed in that short period of time for them?
Well, they're 3 great players, so, they all play at a pace. It just, early on, I thought, Ati and Jack and Danny obviously had a connection. They were, putting up points at an alarming rate for other people, and we were very happy with it. And then things kind of slowed down a little bit, and, we got Robbie back, and, you're always tinkering with lines and chemistry and trying to find the right combinations. And, we put Evan up there, and Evan's taken off, and then we put Ati with Robbie and Cason, and Ati scored his 17th tonight. I think he's got more goals with Robbie and Cason than he did with Jack and Danny. So, you're always trying to find chemistry. And when we got Robbie back, I thought it was an opportunity to kind of give it a little bit of balance. And, we're in overtime, and, our Jack, Danny, and Nerod don't have a point, and a lot of the questions we were receiving earlier in the year was, are you worried about being a one-line team? And I never really was worried about that because I knew the depth we had. I knew that we got some guys that can create some offense, and you gotta have a first line. I mean, show me a great team that doesn't have a great first line. And there are gonna be games where they get most of the points. We're fine with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't care who gets them as long as we're scoring goals. And, they had chances, but they waited till the last minute to have an impact on the score sheet.
Thanks for your time, Coach. Good luck in the finals.
Thank you.
See you guys down here in a little bit.